As we just heard from our previous report, there's a lot of anticipation over South Korea raising its voice on issues related to North Korea, now that it's become a member of the UN Security Council. Let's take a closer look at what this means for South Korea with our foreign affairs correspondent, Eun-ji. Welcome back, Eun-ji.
Thanks for having me.
So, Eun-ji, first off, what's the role of the UN Security Council and its member states?
Well, the UN Security Council has the primary responsibility of maintaining international peace and security. The 50 members make up a powerful body under the United Nations, as they can make legally binding decisions like imposing sanctions or authorizing the use of force. It's comprised of 5 permanent member states and 10 non-permanent members. South Korea and 4 other nations newly elected by the UN General Assembly this week, including Algeria, Guyana, Sierra Leone, and Slovenia, will replace Albania, Brazil, Gabon, Ghana, and the United Arab Emirates for 2 years starting January next year.
Right, as a member of the Council, South Korea will be able to better address issues regarding North Korea as well as Korean Peninsula issues, right?
That's right. Starting next year, South Korea will now be involved directly in discussions on statements and resolutions passed by the Security Council. Speaking to Arirang, an expert said South Korea's role as a non-permanent council member is symbolic, as it shows the country's position as a legitimate world leader, and that it'll be able to also raise its voice on matters that the country has a great interest in, like human rights and nuclear proliferation.
So South Korea's membership on the council is significant insofar as it now participates directly in voting on resolutions that are binding on all member states.
With increasing threats from North Korea, South Korea, the US, and Japan have been cooperating in full swing recently. Now, there are also the members of the council, right? Can we expect more cooperation in the near future?
Absolutely. South Korea will now be able to strengthen trilateral cooperation with the U.S., a permanent member, and Japan, a member of the Council for the 2023 to 2024 term. This is the first time since 1997 that the 3 countries have all taken seats on the Council together.
But Eun-ji, there are still challenges to overcome in order to impose any strong measures against the regime, because Russia and China are also among the permanent members at the Council, right?
That's right. The Council cannot make a decision if there's a veto from one of the 5 permanent members, which includes, as you said, China and Russia. After South Korea was elected as a member of the Council, the country's ambassador to the UN vowed to expand cooperation with China and Russia, despite the fact that their stance on North Korea is unlikely to change. One expert explained it's unlikely that there will be any major improvements in terms of taking stronger action against North Korea, but expressed hope, saying that South Korea will be able to show that it supports anti-authoritarian regimes and take part in addressing newly emerging security issues.
Now, South Korea is at the best position to initiate and institutionalize at UN level our value originating from our successful experiences of economic growth, political development, innovative and transparent market system, and science and technology or something.
Right, lots of obstacles to overcome to actually make some reasonable voice, but still South Korea serving as a member of the Council for the first time over a decade is still meaningful on the international level that we can make our own voices, right?
Definitely. We'll have to see how South Korea can effectively cooperate with other nations to better handle North Korea's provocations.
All right, Eun-ji, thank you for summing up this weekend.
My pleasure.